Lowfly.xyz.
Subscribe. Yo, what's happening, mathematicians? I don't have a vlog today because I've been working on a jam, and I thought, why don't I take this opportunity to show you guys how I take some Ableton loops and then put it into the 404 for like kind of a jam session. So I'm just going to open up these tracks so I can show you kind of what I've got going on. Okay, if I drag this over here, this is what I've got so far. I'm just going to let you guys listen to it, and I'm going to show you guys how to set it up for the 404. Okay, let's just play through. This is the intro. And goes into the track. That's I'm gonna show you guys how I break it down, but this is what I got so far, like some old school boom bap, some soulful chops right there, and they're gonna go into the third pattern. Okay, so now you got to be really conscious of what pads are going to be what. So this section right here, right, so maybe I'll start with pad 1 and 5. So this is going to be the intro. I've got the drums starting there, I've got the bass starting there, and then I have the percussion and the sample. So this is going to be pad number 1. I'm going to take the rest of that, I'm going to consolidate, and that's the percussion. That can also be thrown on pad number 1, because this is an intro. I just want to press the intro and then it's just going to play through. Maybe I'll put the vocal sample on pad 5, and I'm going to consolidate. Actually, I'm going to take it from the start, consolidate. That way that when I put this on the 404, it starts from the very start. It's not going to start at the transient where the audio starts. It's going to start at the very start. I'm going to do the same for this. So I'm going to consolidate that. I'm going to put this on pad number 1 as well. That's also going to be pad number 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Those 4 tracks are going to play on pad number 1, where the vocal sample, if I solo that vocal sample is going to be on pad number 5. And you kind of got to strategically like know where you want your samples on your pads. So we got 1 and 5 done. Okay, let's move over. Actually, I can put that into bass and drums. Drums and bass are going to be on the same stem. I know this seems super confusing, but hopefully by the time I get to the 404, you guys understand what I'm trying to do here. Okay, so drums. This is going to be on pad 6. Bass is also going to be pad 6. Drums and bass are going to be the same stems, so don't worry about that. Percussion, I'm just going to consolidate that, and that's also going to be on pad 6. Sample, however, that's going to be on pad 2. And I'm just going to keep on doing the same thing. Whoop, fucked up there. So I'm going to consolidate that. And by the way, this is the third pattern. This one's going to be on pad number 7. Consolidate here. Rename pad number 7. Consolidate percussion. Pad number 7. Now the sample is going to be on pad number 3. So what I'm doing right now is just I'm arranging everything for exportation. If for exporting, not exportation. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm going to do the same for the third pattern. And I'm just going to consolidate everything to begin with. Consolidate. Okay, so drums is going to be on pad number 8. Bass, pad number 8. Percussion, pad number 8. And the sample is going to be on pad number 4. You'll understand later why I'm exporting it like this. It just makes everything so much simpler. So for vocal samples, so I've got one on 5. This one's going to be on number 9. This one's going to be on number 10. Whoop. Did that go through? What do I do? Activate clip. Rename. Gotta fucking zoom in to rename that bad boy. What was the last one? 9, 10. And this one's on 11. Fuck it. Okay, let's go to exporting. So I got my trusty 404 memory card here. I'm going to throw that in. I'm going to start exporting these ones. Okay, I'm just going to change. This is going to happen, like the order of things. This is going to change. So I'm going to put percussion, bass, and drums on pad number 5. I'm going to change this to the vocal sample to 9. I'm going to change this one to 10, and then we're going back up in ascending order. So this is what I originally wanted to do, but I kind of forgot what I was arranging it. So there, we have a full bank ready to go. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to solo the drums and bass and the speech. And we're just going to be working with the sample at the moment, because that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I'm going to export clip, export as master, whatever, and I'm just going to go onto SP404 Roland, import. I'm going to save that as 1. Going to select the next one, export, and save as 2. Go to the next one, select 3, export track number 3. Go to the next one, export number 4. I'm so sorry if I'm slow with this. I'm trying to work shit out at the same time. So now I'm going to solo the sample. I'm going to turn the sample off, and we're going to go drums and bass. So this first one is going to be number 5. Pad number 5. I've got all highlighted, so they all drop into the same pad. We're going to export. And that's going to be number 5, pad number 5. I'm going to do the same here for 6. Oi! Yeah, no, that's right. Export, pad number 6. Highlight, export, pad number 7. Going to do the same for 8. Highlight, export, pad number 8. Now I'm going to turn off drum and bass, and we're going to go to speech samples. And the first one is on pad number 9. Next one is on pad number 10. Uh-oh, I didn't turn on the speech sample, so I'm gonna go back and export pad number 9. Yes, I'm gonna replace it. Do the same with 10. I'm so glad I caught that earlier on. Yeah, just select 10, save, yes, override it. Next one, 11, export 11, and last pad is number 12. Export number 12. Now, I'm just gonna go in and make sure that everything sounds right, because if I import it into my 404, I'm gonna have to start the video again and it's going to suck. So let's just listen that I got the right samples. I'm looking in the memory card in the import folder. I'm just gonna play like a random one, 5. It should only be drums, bass, percussion. Yeah, let's listen to that. Yeah, it sounds like I've done it all right. That's it for the Ableton part of the segment. I'll catch you guys over here for another angle where I show you guys kind of the gate function, the loop function, and how to set up your pads. I just spat on the camera, but I'll see you guys in a bit. Boy. Okay, we're back. We've put the card in. We're going to make sure that there's no samples on pad A. Nothing. And we're just gonna press function, import, press 1 and record, and as you can see, all the samples are being laid out on the pads. I'm really sorry for this fucking these flashing lights are pretty annoying. Yeah, mission to sit down and fuck around with my camera settings and try to work that shit out. As you can tell, and sometimes this happens, that yeah, they're not on the right pads, and we're gonna have to arrange that. I know it's a mission, and I'll check back to you guys in a couple of seconds, because you guys shouldn't have to put up with me trying to figure out. But pretty much if you hold down function and 2, you can exchange pads, and I'm just going to go ahead and quickly do that, and I'll check back with you guys in a second so everything's in the right order. Okay, we're back. We've pretty much got everything in the right spots. This is going to be the intro.
I'm sorry. I don't want to be your enemy. That's not my business. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. I'm sorry.
Okay, seeing as though that's the intro, I just want it to play once. I just want to press those 3 buttons and it's just going to run through the intro. And how to do that, so you'll notice if you turn gate off, it's just going to play through. But it's also going to loop if you have loop on. So press loop off. And then it's just, as soon as you hit that pad, it's just going to play all the way through. So I'm going to do the same thing for the percussion and drums. And I'm going to do the same thing for the vocal sample. Turn both of them off. And so the sample and drums in this one, I want it to stay looped, but I don't want the gate on. So as soon as I press, whoops, turn the gate off that one. So as soon as I press this, I just want it to play automatically start playing and loop. So the way to stop that from looping is just to press it again. And that's how we're going to change different patterns. So I'm going to do the same thing, turn the gate off, do the same thing, turn the gate off. So if I were to change patterns, I'd play this pattern through, and then I'd have to press down all 4 buttons to turn off and switch to the next pattern. Ready? I didn't do it on time, but you know, you get the idea. Sample's going to play all the way through.
That's not my business.
And if I want it to shut up, I can put gate back on, press the sample, turn it back off.
Listen to the track, bitch.
I'm going to turn loop off because I don't want that to loop. That one's perfect. You're going to have gate off. Actually, I could probably turn gate off that one.
Listen to the track, bitch.
Yeah. So if I was to... Hang on, let's have a little jam. And the reason why to do it like this is I can click onto the number 6, which is a drum pad, and I can only apply effects to the drums other than the sample. See that? Number 6. Yeah, so you notice that the effects are only on the drums. And I can apply it to both if I wanted to. Wow. So let's have a little jam and show you guys how I put that together. We'll have a short jam.
I'm sorry. I don't want to be your friend. That's not my business. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone in your city.
Once again, I can only select the drums. And then take it over pattern number 3. You gotta make sure you got your timing right. And here I can play around. I can turn the drums off if I wanted to, and then go on to pattern number 3. And you can turn drums off, just make sure you come back in time. And yeah, that's how I set up my live jams. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you can get some sorry about that. I hope you guys can get some jams out of that, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you next week.